Gather round, everyone, and heed again the tale of Drakfu. Welcome back, everybody, and happy Monday. I hope everybody had an awesome Thanksgiving, if you celebrated it. If not, you had a good weekend. Hope that you had that at the very least. And last time, we got even more questing done in the Plains of Nagrand, but today we finish it. We only have one chapter left, but we are going to take a little bit of a side excursion real quick. There's a nice other little quest I want to be able to show off before we end things in Nagrand. But first, let's go ahead and check out the command table. And let's see, harboring ill will. There we go. Boom, 99 for Kimsey. Oh, are you gonna do it? No, 10,000 XP though. Let's see, many-headed menace. Okay. Oh, and also, really quick, is just kind of a reminder, I've been doing this since last week. So, unfortunately, I had to replace my microphone, and I've been working with this one. I think I've got things set properly, but if there are any problems, like you're hearing weird sounds or whatever, please let me know in the comments below so I can get that fixed. Alright, so there we go. Some garrison resources. Primal Savages. Okay. No levels up, and Ishal is actually really close. That's sad. Siobhan sightings. And Ziriak gets some additional XP. Let's see, Stalactite Appetite. Alright, so additional XP, no level ups. And Steel Tusk lives. Boom! Benjamin Gibb levels up. And we have level ups for Bluke and Kala. Yay! Okay, so really quick, I have a little bit of business to take care of with the followers. So I've been busy in the past week because I've been able to get some armor kits and things like that from the garrison. In fact, you might notice that the item level for Kaz is significantly higher than it used to, or at least a little bit, because I showed you that you can go up to 645. I have since gone up to 654 for her. Then we also have an eye level 625 Phylark. So his weapon level is 630 and his armor is 621. And just as an added bonus, I do have some War Ravaged armor sets. Now, these are not like, these are kind of like the ones that I bought before, where they are set to weapon or to armor. You can eventually get sets that actually will increase both, but they're very, very rare. So let's go ahead and use one just to show it off. So this is going to put me up to 615 armor for Soulbinder Tulani. And we're also going to do one for Penny. Boom. And also for Ziriak. So basically at this point, 615 armor set is not really going to be beneficial to these guys. What we're hoping is we get additional ones like that to fuel the rest that are going to be coming up very soon. So with that, now we have some increased item levels and a lot more stuff becomes available to us. Like a lot more stuff can be done on these missions. So first of all, let's go ahead and send out Rescue on the Bloody Cliffs. The Bloodmaw Ogres of the Stone Fury Cliffs are infamous as brutal slave masters. Show no quarter and free their slaves. So we're going to go ahead and put Penny on it, as well as Tulani and Kimsey. And Kimsey will be able to get some raw experience out of that. So that's going to give us 100%. Boom, let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be very difficult to pull off this 15,000 one, but we will take care of Heart of the Sabermaw. So, let's see. Just north of Gromashar dwell the Sabermaw clan, notorious outpost raiders. Strike out at their leader Soulfang and crush their morale. We're going to send out Ziriak, Benjamin Gibb, and Ishal. That hopefully will be able to level both Ishal as well as Benjamin Gibb. We're also going to go ahead and do Peace Unto You. The distressed spirits of fallen Azeroth soldiers have begun to rise. Quickly, let us end their torment. We're going to send out Leoraj, Bluke, and Olin for not only experience, but also for garrison resources. Let's see, what else can we send out? We have the Upper Hand. Let's go ahead and do that. The Shattered Hand clan is positioned on the Shattered Rise and likely to strike again. Handle it. So Morketh Bladehowl and Ulna Thresher, we'll send them out. As you can see, we're already getting a bunch of other stuff that's coming out. Now, you'll notice oil. Oil came in 6.2 to fuel the garrison shipyard. We won't really be messing with that until we get to the story portions of the garrison campaign involving the shipyard. But yes, oil was another resource that you actually had to gather to be able to do the shipyard missions. So that is definitely going to be something that we have to take on eventually. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and do heavy metal. Let's see, Blackrock scouts have discovered a vast trove of metal ore perfect for making weapons. Make sure they never report their findings. We're going to send out Phylark and Kaz, and hopefully we'll be able to get this weapon enhancement token. So there we go, and that's pretty much all we can do. Oh, little biters? Let's go ahead and send out Vivian on that. And that's pretty much all we can do. Oh, that's still pretty high. Kaleri Nuisance. We'll send out and Alexei Barov to that. Reduced Kaleri population would be greatly appreciated by virtually every hero moving about the skies for all time. There we go. Oh, yay, and we still have Ogrons out of the bag. Let's send out Lokra. Yay, now we're done. Okay, so like I said, first, we're not going to take care of the last chapter just yet. I'm going to show off another unique little quest line that I think the Horde gets. I'm not sure if it's Alliance only, but quick Magicka while we fly over to Nivek's Overlook for it. Okay, we are here at Nivek's Overlook, and the quest that we're actually going to be taking care of is called Spiritual Matters. So we're actually going to go to Ancestral Grounds and take care of some problems that are rising up out of there. You'll notice that they're very close to Oshugun, so we can kind of guess that some of the corruption that's been happening within Oshugun has probably affected the spirits in the area, especially since this is kind of a grand mausoleum, so to speak. This Oshugun, funniest thing, is to the orcs what Akendun is to the Draenei, where it's a sacred place of burial, a sacred place of remembrance. And so at that point, the fact that it's been corrupted is not a good thing, and that's going to affect relations with the Draenei and the orcs later on. Especially in our timeline, where Velen tries to explain that, and instead incurs the wrath of the orcs. Didn't really work out so well for him. Okay, so we're almost there. For some reason, my mouse gets really twitchy. Need to fix that. Here we go. So here is the Ancestral Grounds, and oh, look at that. We've seen stuff like that in Frostfire Ridge. Looks like a fallen Magnetar, what is it? Magneron. Magneron fell here. So you actually go here, and Garok and Dahaka might sound familiar. Not because of Heroes of the Storm Dahaka. This is actually the former shaman of the Earthen over at the Throne of the Elements. We watched him die. So he's actually at these Ancestral Grounds. Let's go ahead and talk to Garok. Spiritual Matters. The situation here is dire, Drakfu, but I sensed that we would meet again. I do not hear the call of the void as loudly as the others, for I am not long dead, and my body rests far from this place. With time, though, that will change. If you are here to help, listen closely, for time is short. Alright, so lighting the darkness. The spirits of my ancestors have always been drawn to the mountains of Oshugun. Now I too feel this pull deep within my soul, but something is not right. The presence that beckons us has grown dark and ominous. It consumes the souls of the dead, the souls of my ancestors, Drakfu. Something must be done. Take hold of the spirit torch and light the ceremonial pyres in the ancestral grounds. The flame of the spirit torch upon the pyres will calm the restless spirits being drawn into the void. Okay, and then Dahaka also has a quest for us, which is Echoes of the Past. When a spirit is consumed by the void, an echo of the soul is all that is left behind. Neither in the physical or spiritual sense of the word would these echoes be considered alive. The echo is merely a twisted reverberation of the anguish left behind by the soul as it is consumed. If left unchecked, the echoes will lash out against the living and stir the spirits of the dead from their graves. In order to restore peace to the ancestral grounds, these echoes must be put to rest. Okay, so we need to take care of 8 tormented echoes and light 6 ceremonial pyres. So these are the ceremonial pyres. All you gotta do is boom. Now, somebody else was actually out here questing, so you'll see, we actually are supposed to have a lot of orc spirits gathered around these pyres. I'm just going to go ahead and grab them, and then we will collect what spirits we can. I'm not going to go up to the top, because that's kind of the surprise. That's why I wanted to be able to do this. There we go. Okay, so that's 4 out of 6, and yeah, we have a mage out here that's actually killing them off. So we'll take what we can, and we'll claim the rest later. So once again, happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody had an awesome weekend, despite whether or not you celebrate Thanksgiving or whatever other holidays may be going on. I don't know. You guys will tell me again, but I hope it was good for you. For me, it was nice to be able to take a wonderful little break, especially for Thanksgiving. Spend time with my daughter, as well as be able to get some stuff done, because right now I'm working very hard, and that's why my December break is actually coming up pretty soon, where we're going to be doing some major changes to the Drak and Shadow setup, as well as to mine. Anything PC doesn't really change, but the console stuff will. There we go. So we're 4 out of 8 right now. We could probably kill you too. Oh. Okay, so 5 out of 8. This will be our 6th. This will be our 7th. Alright, we need one more Echo, and then we just gotta come back and turn the quest in. So here's a Tormented Echo. Okay, let's get back over to Garok and Dahaka and see what they have to say after this. We're back! Okay, so Dahaka. Do not mourn the twisted echoes of the dead. They are merely the disoriented reflections of once noble spirits. Instead, mourn the loss of those souls consumed by the dark void that grows within Oshugun. And she's obviously talking about what we dealt with inside Oshugun. This is actually supposed to be kind of a connection into Oshugun, and I don't feel it ever got a proper connection into the storyline. It probably should have been part of that whole Oshugun storyline, or that Oshugun chapter. Let's talk to Garok. Now that the flame of the spirit torch is upon the pyres, the spirits of my ancestors have been insulated from the call of the void within Oshugun. However, more must still be done if the spirits are here are to rest peacefully. Golmash Hellscream. Those who die in brutal combat often enter the spirit world in unrest. So it was with Golmash, father of Gromash Hellscream. Crushed within the jaws of a hulking Gron, Golmash still found the strength to bury his axe Gorehowl deep into the eye of the monster. When they fell, it was the Gron who died first. Such is the heroic death that every war song dreams of, yet few attain. But Golmash's mighty spirit lingers restlessly, stirring the other spirits into unrest. Put his mighty soul to rest, Drakfu. Yep. We're going to be fighting the spirit of Garrosh's grandpa. Garrosh's grandpa, Gromash's daddy. We're going to be taking on the, from what we can tell, the earliest wielder of Gorehowl. And here he is, Golmash Hellscream. So let's go ahead and take the fight to him. You dare approach the Giant Slayer? I will cleave your head from your body. Will you now? Face up, Fury! For the glory of the war song, I will crush you! Why do I feel no pain from your blows? I see now. This is not my death. Death was long ago, and it was glorious. Yes, it was, buddy. Yes, it was. You took down a big old Gron. You should be proud of yourself. Okay, we'll turn this in with Garok. That's kind of why I wanted to show it. I like the fact that it was Golmash Hellscream. Golmash was a mighty warrior in life. Few orcs have been as honored by their clans and feared by their enemies as the great Giant Slayer, the father of the Hellscream name. With the mighty spirit of Golmash Hellscream finally put to rest, the ancestral grounds may once again be a place of peace and reverence. You have our thanks, Drakfu. Okay, so you can get a nice little 602 neck out of this, but as you guys can see, I'm actually pretty well, let's see, what was it? Yeah, I've got a 618 there. This is not really an upgrade for me. Okay, and that's all that's left of that quest. So, let's go ahead and do another quick magic cut while we make our way to the assault on Gromashar. And here we are, the stronghold of the Warsong Clan, otherwise known as Gromashar. And it's time for us to finally take out the warlord of the Warsong, Garrosh Hellscream. So, let's go and talk to Duratan. Oh, look at that. Whoa, launch the attack. Let's talk to Duratan.
All I need is a wolf at my side and a fellow warrior at
Our forces are massed. We're ready to strike. Lead the way, Commander. Let us be rid of this Garrosh hellscream once and for all. Duratan, let's blow open those gates and take Gromashar!
Let's get in there.
Demolishers, fire!
Advance!
Boom!
Warsaw, bring me their heads!
Oh, look, it's Emoscream himself. All right, so we get to actually end Negron in a very epic way, taking down the man who started this, or rather the orc who started this whole mess. We're gonna take out Garrosh. All right, so we're gonna take out some of these Negron skirmishers. Make sure our forces get as deep into this area as they possibly can. Boom! Keep going, Duratan! We don't need to worry about these weaklings. Keep moving forward. Screw you! Oh. Okay, so we have a Warsong rider now. Let's take care of him. Okay, so we need to speak with Agra now. This is going to be the next step.
Mukra.
Duratan and I will lead the bulk of our forces south beyond this barrier. Meanwhile, if I may suggest, you lead the rest of the soldiers west and create a flanking diversion. I agree! A flanking maneuver will buy you the time you need to move most of our forces closer to Garrosh. I'm smart. Alright, there we go.
We'll protect you while you flank them to the west.
Okay, so we gotta move this way. And technically we don't have to take out too many of these guys on the way. But unfortunately, since we do have the AI here, take out some of them. Otherwise, your AI is going to be woefully dissatisfied with what they're doing. Here we go. So here are my Horde warriors. Let's see if we can sneak past the, into the wolf pen. Kill these guys off. And you can see we already have Packmaster Groglock.
Run them down!
No, screw you! Fist of Fury!
Finish these weaklings!
There we go, stage 4. So we need to move ahead. Oh, thank you. So we actually need to keep moving up so that we can make the diversion we need for Garrosh. So let's keep going. Unfortunately, now we're dealing with a lot of wolves. Oh no! Kill off as many of these guys as you can, and then when you take care of these wolf tamers, the tunnel will no longer spawn.
Seal those wolf dens!
As you just heard. Okay, so now we're gonna move over to this wolf tamer. There we go, so now you can seal that up. Unfortunately, I lost track of my warriors, but it's alright. I'm not hurting from that. Oh no, they trampled me. What on earth will I do? Obviously I'm gonna go all the way up here and take care of the wolf tamer. There we go, so now they can seal that up. Oh, they nuked the poor wolfies. Oh, poor doggies. Not quite. They were about to bite our faces off. Okay, so we are going to continue up this way and take care of whatever skirmishers we can find. But as you can see, all the ones that are currently in aggro, you could kind of avoid because they're kind of scripted to be there. Here's a Warbringer. There we go. Even better. Warbringers and Raiders. Fist of Fury! We took care of you. Oh no! Poor guy. And by helping him, got him killed. Oh, I feel bad now. So here's Duratan and Agra.
Frostwolf blood runs thick.
Agra just finished scouting up ahead. I don't think you're gonna like this. Like it or not, we need to move ahead. What's the situation?
Stay strong.
Bad news, Commander. They've enslaved Dern, the Hunger.
Hey, that name sounds familiar.
To get to Garrosh.
Yes, Dern the Hungerer is a son of Gruul, and we actually did take him out in the original Negron, so that's kind of a nice little throwback to it. And here is Dern as he stands on Old Draenor.
Loose the Hungerer!
Do you really want to do that? Oh, orc meat everywhere. Well, let's go ahead and pull the Hungerer then. It's not like you stand much of a chance, Dern! I killed you once, I'll kill you again! Well, technically I haven't killed you yet, but you get what I mean! There we go.
Dark speed, fire!
We don't need to, because he's dead. Oh, are you really gonna make me do this? Okay, fine. You get to die. Come on, kill him. So Duratan's gonna move on. We actually are getting really close to the inner sanctum of Gromashar. Because here's the upper gate, which we will help Agra and Duratan get to. Boom! Okay. No, you don't get your totems. So here's the inner gate. So let's go ahead and speak to Duratan again.
Friend of the Frost.
Garrosh sits on his throne behind these gates. This is the moment it's all been building towards, Drakfu. On your order, you and I will confront him once and for all.
Give the order, Duratan! Destroy the gates and get us in there! I got a score to settle!
Lord Chief, I am waiting. Agra, I need you and our forces to stay here. Buy us the time we need to deal with Garrosh.
Please know, Dorotan, you have been like a father to Thrall. Blow up
Yes, he
these
is.
gates!
I like that. Alright, so let's take care of whatever we can take care of. So as you can see, there the coward sits.
Come here. You think after everything, you can kill me?
Yes, I do!
We'll bring you to justice, monster! Justice? You don't know the meaning of the word!
Neither do you. Neither do you. So let's just go ahead and get this going. You will answer for your crimes, Garrosh! So you'll see he's actually wielding Gorehowl once again, but this is the Draenor version. We haven't covered this yet, but his version's still on Azeroth. Oh, dude, oh, no!
You die. Garrosh! Thrall!
Thrall,
You're too late, old friend.
You still in my kill again?
No more, Garrosh. Just you.
Thrall, you son of a bee.
I
You're still in my
challenge
kill
you
again.
To Makora. Thrall. No. Very well, shaman.
I'm not happy about this. You're stealing my kill again, Thrall!
Where it all
You and your
began.
Butterfingers
The
debuff!
stones of prophecy.
Alright, so cutscene time once again. And a cool one.
You must answer for your crimes, Garrosh. All I did it for the Horde! You failed the Horde! You made me war chief! You left me to pick up your pieces! You failed me!
King of Emo.
You never had the strength of a true warrior. I do not rely on strength alone, Garrosh. My power is all around you.
And here's the controversial moment.
You made me what I am. No. You chose your own destiny.
But you kinda did. You kinda did. And he's done. And because of this action, dozens of Horde fanboys cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced by the moderators. Thus is the end of Garrosh Emoscream. Yeah, I don't even call him Hellscream. He's not even worthy of that title. He's Emoscream for me. Okay, so what could possibly happen after this? We've taken care of the Warsong Clan. So let's go ahead and talk to Duratan.
Fight together.
It's over.
Die
The Warsong are broken. Garrosh Hellscream is finally dead. It's just a matter of time before Grommash seeks vengeance.
Alright, so 610 Helm, that's awesome, but boom!
The Iron Horde remains a threat. We should hit them where it hurts and take out the Blackrock Foundry.
Perhaps we should deprive them of their allies. The ogres here in the Grand are vulnerable now.
Good plan. Now, let's get moving.
So that's kind of an interesting way that this expansion gets you set up to deal with the raids that were eventually going to happen, because the first raid that drops is Heimal within Nagrand, and then eventually it does talk about the threat that we need to face at the Blackrock Foundry. But that is actually it for the story. So I'm sorry that I interrupted there for a little bit, but this is actually considered to be a very controversial moment within WoW lore, because first of all, I'm actually one of the few that am not happy about, and you guys will see it when we get eventually to that previous raid, Thrall stealing kills. I do not like that idea. I do not like that he came in and, I mean, eventually he didn't steal the kill, but he was going to get it. The cutscene deemed that he got it, not necessarily your character. And I don't necessarily like that. I don't know how you would have done that other than the way it went. I just don't like the idea of Thrall coming in to be the hero and then, you know, stand over the corpse while we worked hard on it. The other thing, too, that people might be wondering why I'm saying that he stole the kill here. This was our buildup. This was our buildup in Warlords. We wanted to kill Garrosh, and again, he comes in and he does his duel. And the funniest thing is that Garrosh isn't wrong in that whole prospect. He's not wrong. Yeah, sure, his own decisions dictated his life and how he was going to run things, but Thrall put him in that position of power knowing that there was doubt, because in the Wrath of the Lich King, we saw that there was doubt within Thrall whether or not he could pull this off. And while Thrall went off to go and heal the world, he left Garrosh in charge, whereas he could have put somebody else in charge. It's a very controversial and arguments, or a controversial moment, and arguments are still being waged on this today, on whether or not this is a good cutscene, a bad cutscene, whether it's the way that things should have been resolved. I tend to think that good riddance to bad rubbish, which is Garrosh Emoscream. Yeah, I don't even call him Hellscream. I'm sick and tired of calling him that. He's a walking bag of emo. His character has so many freaking problems from Cataclysm all the way up, actually, from even his existence in Burning Crusade, all the way up into Cataclysm and further beyond. Garrosh is not a good character. As far as I am concerned. There are many, many other Horde leaders, like Vol'jin, who just don't get as much spotlight as Garrosh has, and partially because Garrosh was intended, at least the way I understand it, as a way to be able to put the war back in Warcraft, for the third time around that point, because he was going to be an aggressive war chief. So yeah, we finished things off. He's the reason that we're here, but now we have an Iron Horde threat that he has created. So that actually leads into the dungeons, the raids, and all the other stuff that's going on in between. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. I know I've been making a kind of a slow ride back, but that's just kind of going over what we just saw. And this actually wraps up the Warlords of Draenor content. To all the people who are screaming, no, Garrison campaign. it's gonna happen. We're actually gonna be doing that in Dungeons and Drakfus as additional lore. So that's gonna be happening here, but when you guys tune in on Wednesday, there might be a few additional announcements, but we're gonna start up. We're officially at the most recent expansion to have launched. We're gonna start up content into World of Warcraft Legion.